Hi, my name is Stacey Morier, and I'm the founding lawyer of Estate Connection Law Office in St. Albert, Alberta. One of the questions I often get from my clients is, who do I appoint to be my executor when I just don't have anyone on that I can trust? I get that some people have this situation, and it can be a lonely place to be. I don't want you to feel that you can't write your will or maybe that you're embarrassed to talk about this. It's not a reflection on you, and many of our clients are in this predicament. So, what can you do when you don't know who to appoint? Well, you have a couple options. Option number one is a trust company. So, Scotiabank, Royal Bank, CIBC Trust, BMO, they all have trust divisions. And you can appoint that trust division to act as trustee for you and executor if something should happen to you. Most times they won't take clients that have less than like $50,000 in assets. As well, they would want to make sure beforehand that they're not going to be involved in environmental damage on land or maybe a conflicting estate. So that is one option. They do cost though, as anyone who is going to be a professional executor will charge. And so sometimes their fees are percentage, but usually it's somewhere around the 30 to 40%, or sorry, 30 to $40,000, usually 2 to 3% of the estate, but there are discounts if you bank at the institution. So that's option number one. Option number two is actually asking the government of Alberta if they'll act as your executor. You can't just appoint them. You do need their permission, and sometimes they will take that job on. The thing about the government is they will take a percentage of the estate for compensation, but they're really busy, especially, I've seen it in the middle of this pandemic with people working from home. They don't necessarily need to take on your file, and sometimes it's a burden and they just don't have time to take it on and do it properly. So that is another option that you can consider if you have nobody else. The third option is actually looking at appointing professionals in your life. So, most financial planners cannot be your executor because of the licensing requirement of their institution, but you can consider appointing your accountant, your lawyer, people that are close to you, that are you're dealing with your daily affairs. I've even seen situations where people have appointed their house cleaners, or I had one lady who was very close to her postman and appointed him. So these are all different people that, if you think a little bit outside the box, might be willing to take on this job. You may have to compensate them, but at the end of the day, this is work. And if you have no one else in your life that can take on the job, well, there's just nobody else who can do it. I get that sometimes this can be an embarrassing issue to talk with people about. Don't be frightened. Don't be embarrassed. Talk to an estate planning lawyer like Estate Connection Law Office and talk about your options. We're here to help.